In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to set up brand campaigns in Google Ads for your e-commerce store. Let's go. Hey guys, Sam here from Ecommerce.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to set up these branding campaigns in Google Ads for your e-commerce store. These are campaigns that show up in Google when someone searches for your brand. Super easy. For example, someone searches for my brand, Ecommerce, Ecommerce.com, then they're going to see my ad and it's going to take them straight to the homepage. First, I'm going to show you how to set these up step by step in the best way possible with the best settings. And then I'm going to show you why they're really important and to show you why you really should have these campaigns. Let's get into my computer right now and go through it. Let's go.
Hey guys, we're now in the Google Ads account and let's create our branding campaign on the search network. So super easy, we're just gonna go click the plus sign to create a new campaign. Sales is fine, it's gonna get new, that's the goal. Search network here for the campaign type. Website visits, fine. You can put this in here, it's gonna give you some suggestions, but we won't need that right now, so click continue. Now the campaign name is gonna be brand campaign. I'm gonna put test here so I remember to delete it later. Networks, I like to turn these off just at the start. But you can choose to have these on just to see how they perform, and you can see the data, how those other search partners and the display network works. But generally, for the first campaign, if it's your first time, turn them off, don't have them on. Okay, that's all fine, we don't need that stuff. Okay, here's really important for the location settings. Make sure you choose what country you're in. So this is an Australian e-commerce store, so in Australia. And we're going to select the second one, which is people in or regularly in your target locations. So I've talked about this in a lot of my videos, but the big thing here is that if you select this first one, which is recommended, then it also includes people who show interest in. So think about this for a second. Someone shows interest in Australia, they might not even be in Australia. And they might be someone that's over in maybe the UK and they're looking for a hotel in Australia. And suddenly Google classifies them as someone that's interested in Australia because they've shown interest in booking a hotel. And suddenly, even though we're an e-commerce store and we only ship to Australia, it's going to still show for them, even though they're in the UK. Now, the amount of people that this is going to include depends. I've done this. I've downloaded the geographic report for one of my clients and found that I think it was about 8 to 10% of all the traffic that was through this campaign with this setting was actually located outside of their country. And I just turned that off and immediately we saved 10% of the budget. And if you're spending, say, $10,000 per month, that's an extra $1,000 you've saved that would have just been to waste, which is a huge amount of profit. It's a big expense. So I recommend keeping that off for e-commerce unless you really are sure that you want to show people interested in outside of your location. So you put them on the second one, language, English, that's totally fine. Don't need audiences, and the budget for a branding campaign, $5 to $10 is fine, depending on how strong your brand is already. But $5 is fine for a smaller brand. You'll be able to see, especially if you cap out your budget, if you need to increase this. Generally, the conversions are going to be so amazing for this campaign. They perform really, really well that it's okay to increase the budget. So the bidding, I like to also do. Okay, this has changed since the last time okay, yeah, so I want to go down to the bottom and say select bid strategy directly. So I want to go through and I want to use manual CPC. And I'm okay with enhanced CPC, but I want to have that control for a branding campaign, especially at the start, okay? So I'm going to put that in there. Are there any more settings? Everything else is fine. Ad schedule's fine. Everything that's all okay. So it's also pulling in ad extensions for this account, which is awesome. Now, if you haven't watched my video on how to set up your ad extensions, I have the template and everything there so you can go through and add it yourself. So go check that out. Really, really awesome, because these ad extensions basically increase the size of your branding campaign in the results. Now that that's done, save and continue. And then we're going to go up to the ad groups section here. So I'm just going to put in here, the brand is called Sims Direct. They're a long-term client of mine. I've grown them up from nothing. They were doing a crazy amount of sales basically per month before the pandemic. And they're in the travel industry, so they've been hit pretty hard by that. But anyway, so default bid for the ad group. This is going to be the ad group level. That's fine. $1. You can put in your actual URL here to find keywords. But I'm going to put in keywords manually because it's a branding campaign. So these guys, this is their website over here. They sell travel SIM cards to people to go overseas. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in the keywords that we're targeting for the brand campaign is the brand. So I'm just going to copy the brand and put it over here. So I like to put in exact match. I'm going to put in phrase match as well. And For these guys, that's enough. For most brands, you don't want to put in broad match modified or broad match just yet. See how it goes with this, because if you start putting in, say, just directly without any of these signs, this is what's called the match type. And I'm going to create a video on this as well, but a match type basically tells Google how to use this keyword. Okay, and the keywords work because you're trying to tell Google, okay, what if someone searches for buy SIM cards directly to my house? If someone searches for this, then if you have this keyword here, it's going to show this, okay, because it's Sims direct. So Sims here and direct, it's going to be very related. If you just have these two keywords, it's not going to show. And this sort of, you don't want this query to trigger your ads for a brand campaign. You only want to show your ads if someone searches for Sims direct or Sims direct website. If someone searches Google for those, you do want to show it because they're looking directly for the brand. So that's why we only have the phrase match and the exact match. Okay, so that's a lot to get into right now, and this requires a whole video on how to do match types. But what I recommend is for your brand, whatever you're selling, just get your actual website name and think about what people are actually using to find you. If they've seen you on Facebook or they've seen your shopping campaign and they've come to your website, what would they search for if they came back to find your website? As if they're searching for a person. If they're searching for me, they search for Mr. Sam Baldwin. And so my branding campaign is Mr. Sam Baldwin. And I don't put in just Mr. Sam Baldwin, which is this is called modified broad match, because this might change a lot. Google can then have a lot more freedom, and for a brand campaign, you don't want to give them too much freedom. You only want to show people that are actually searching for your brand. Anyway, so for this one, I'm going to put in those two. That's fine. With the phrase match, it's also going to trigger if someone searches for Sims Direct website or Sims Direct Australia. And that's fine. And we're going to look at the search terms report, and we're going to be able to see these queries. People are going to search, click on the ads, and we're going to see this. And then later we can add in Sims Direct website. And then we're going to trigger for that keyword as well. And we can also bid directly on that one. So that's the advantage there. But for now, just keep it really simple. Down here, it's this is the bit of a guide to the different keyword match types, but that takes a big video to explain how all that works, but that's fine. So we're just going to have one ad group, Sims Direct. It's going to be very, very basic. We're going to create that, and now we're going to create our ads. Okay, so I'm going to do this right now for this brand. So the final URL, this is the actual ad, what people actually see, and you've got a little example over here, which is really cool. For the final URL, we're going to put in the actual URL of the website. So I'm just going to copy and paste that over here. So it's the brand, so we're going to send people to the homepage. That's totally fine. The headline, I like to make sure I put in the brand very clearly so people know, yep, they're going to the brand website. So Sims Direct official store might be something like that. It really depends on you, and you can test out different ad copy, or Sims Direct travel sims. You've got 30 characters here to use. So I like to test out a few different ads, but for the moment, then we've got the next headlines, which is the bits after that first bit there, but Sims Direct official website. So people know, because especially if you build your brand, competitors are potentially going to bid on your brand name. And so someone's going to search for Sims Direct, and it's going to show up all the different competitors because they know that we're successful and they know that we're killing it. So they want to bid on our brand name as well. So you want to make sure it's, okay, official website. You may even put the registered trademark symbol, or TM, or whatever you want to stand out. Headline 2, you want to put in some sort of benefit or some sort of feature, something that shows, what are people really looking for? And this is all about understanding your customers. And if you haven't gone through my product page mastery course, I really recommend going through it. It's a free course, and it shows you how to really understand your customers and figure out what they actually want. So I'll show you here. You can go to my website, ecommerce.com, and there's this course here. It's really easy to find. It's a free course. It's a full seven steps, and it's a lot of videos, and it goes through everything. But basically, you want to really figure out who you're selling to, understand their needs, their desires, and what they really care about. So people that are that are going to Sims Direct and they're trying to go overseas, they really care about staying connected with their family and their friends. They want it to be really easy to use, convenient. And they don't want to spend too much money. Like a lot of services that use in the States or in Australia, they charge huge roaming fees. And so, they don't want to pay for that. So these guys that run this e-commerce store, I've talked to them really closely and worked with them on this, but we've basically figured out, okay, what do their customers really, really care about? And then we use that in all the website, in the ad copy, in the email campaigns. Everything is all about this, because this is what really stands any e-commerce store apart from the competitors. And I see so many e-commerce stores, they're called Me Too general stores. They all copy everyone else, and there's nothing setting them apart, and it is almost impossible to be successful by doing this. You have to either be first to the market, you have to find products before anyone else finds those products, or you have to just spend a lot of money on acquisition, and it's really hard to be profitable. And it's so easy to lose your advantage because someone can just come in and copy your products, and that's the only advantage you have. And so what these guys have done is that they've just found a way to build a really strong brand and figure out exactly what their customers want, and then give that to them. Anyway, I go through this in my course, free course. I'm not selling you anything here. It's all there. I find that, because with my agency, we help people scale up their ads. And a lot of the problems people have before they even start their ads is because they don't actually understand who they're dealing with, and they don't fix their website, make sure their product page is targeted towards these people. And so I made this course because I'm like, okay, I get on all these calls. It's really frustrating because I have to tell people again and again, fix your website, understand your customers. And this is a way that I just tell them to go do this course, and they fix it, and then they come back and work with us. And then there are several stores that have done this, and now we're scaling up their ads really well. So that's what we do. So the second headline, you want to figure out exactly who it is. So travel connected. So maybe we'll say stay connected to friends overseas. So here we're going over the character limit. So you're going to really think about how you can communicate the value of your products and your store, your brand, with just 30 characters each one. So that's a bit tricky. So stay connected overseas, maybe something like that. And the second one might be something like some sort of benefits or some sort of feature, 100% money back guarantee. These are very basic, but even looking at there might be like super easy. Something else they might really want is just pop into your phone and go. No, that doesn't work. Just pop into your phone. So you can swap this out for an ampersand. I think that's what you call that. So awesome. And I like to use camel case to highlight, especially the titles. So you see, just pop into your phone and go. So people are going to see that and go, oh, awesome. I can just pop that into my phone when I land in the country, and it's going to work. And I'm going to be able to order an Uber, communicate with the Airbnb host, anything I need to do when I travel, they can do it with that. This display path here. So, I recommend having 2 or 3 ads to test out, and you'll be able to see with the click-through rate, that metric, the CTR, what percentage of people that see your ad actually click through to your website. And you'll be able to gauge how good that ad is based on that metric as well. So 100% money back guarantee, that's a feature as well. And display path. So here, you can leave it as the actual just homepage. That's totally fine. I'll do that sometimes. But you can also put in official website. Actually, I prefer to keep it by itself, but official website, something that goes over actually, official site. But I prefer to keep it by itself. But that's something that you'll use if you're targeting other keywords for other campaigns, regular product search campaigns. You would use that, and that really helps with the relevancy of that ad, because this is the display path. It's what people see. They don't actually go to. If you put in something like buy now, it doesn't actually go to buy now. There's, you don't have a landing page that it goes. This is the actual landing page where they actually go. This is what they see, and so you can kind of show them something that where they don't go. I prefer to keep it by itself for the brand campaign. Description. Now this is very similar to this bit here, where these headlines, where you're going to put about the product. It's already pulled in the extensions here. These features that we've added in already. Check out my video on extensions to learn how to do that. But with the description here, we want to kind of tell a bit of a story in a sense. So for example, if we're trying to stay connected so that they can stay close with their friends and make it really easy to use, we could say something like, always stay connected with our prepaid travel sims. Easy to use, hassle-free activation. So I've stayed within 90 characters. I've talked about different benefits here. So people, they really care about staying connected with their family, and they want to pay for it now so they know exactly what they're getting. Super easy to use, hassle-free, no problems, and they can activate straight away. Test out some different things, guys, and really think about what your customers want, who they are, and what they're looking for. So they really don't want to have like a stressful holiday. They just want to go, get to wherever they're going, and just enjoy and get connected. So keep your holiday stress free. And what else? So they really care about not paying for those roaming fees, and say goodbye to roaming fees. And then you can put the 100% money back guarantee again if you'd like. Awesome. So that works. Now, something I haven't done here, and I'm going to put in, I like to sometimes highlight the different words in here just to make them stand out. Yeah, that doesn't matter too much. But yeah, another thing I recommend doing, guys, and I haven't done this here, is adding in what's called a call to action, CTA, call to action. It's just, it just asks requests that person searching to make some sort of decision, make some sort of action. So buy online now. So you can do something like that. So buy online now, or buy your SIM card here. Just requesting them to do something. Shop now is another one. Buy now, learn more. I recommend putting this at the end of the second one, just so that if they read through it, it's like final thing that they're going to see. Okay, yep, awesome. Going to click through and learn more and purchase. So then once we've done that, we've got our first ad done. We're going to click done and create next ad. And then boom, it's created that one over here. And then we create the next one here. It's even pulled in a bit of the description too. But you're going to go through and the same process. Think about what else can you target? What else can you think about for your customers to help them make that decision to choose you? Now, also keep in mind, guys, that this is a branding campaign. So they know who you are already. They've heard about you from a friend, or they visited your website before. A lot of the time in this campaign, you just really want to just guide them back to the website. Just the important thing there is making sure the ads are relevant. So it's more about your overall brand, and then getting them to that homepage to get back through the funnel and convert finally on your store. Other campaigns, you might be targeting, like if I'm on their website now, they have this Europe and UK travel sim for people going to Europe. We might have a campaign that just targets Europe. So people searching for travel SIM card for Europe. The whole ad is all about Europe. So it talks about Paris or London or wherever they're going, and shows the benefit of their store, their products, and the product from that perspective. So see what I'm doing there is I'm using the power of keywords and digital marketing to really be more granular in the targeting for these ads. If you just target every single person that searches for Europe SIM card, which is a very general Sims Direct official website, firstly, Google's going to penalize you slightly for that because it's not as relevant as it could be, but also it's not going to perform as well. If you search for travel SIM card for Europe and you see an ad that says buy a SIM card, yeah, you might click on it. But if you saw an ad that says buy your travel SIM card for London, for Paris, for Europe, and stay connected through however many countries there are in Europe, all countries with 20 gigabytes of data, you're going to be like, wow, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm going to buy this SIM card. So that's all about really understanding your target market, guys. And that's why that course, seriously, go and check it out. It's really, really helpful for you guys to really understand this, because I see this again and again. This is the big, huge mistake that a lot of people trying to start e-commerce empires right now are making. They don't know how to understand their customers. They don't know where to find them. They don't go to forums or Facebook groups. They don't know how to speak to them. And there are all these strategies that have been used by entrepreneurs for centuries to do this same process. And now that the internet's here and everyone's starting online businesses, people are forgetting why businesses exist, and they're there to help people and to add value. And so anyway, that course talks all about that. Anyway, so once I've done that, I'm going to create a few different ads. I recommend 2 or 3. Click save and continue. Save, that's fine. It created that one anyway, but I got to delete this one actually. So I'm going to go cancel, delete this one just so that I can get through it. So you're going to have 3 ads here, and that's all done. It's now going to have this confirmation. So continue to campaign. And here's my campaign here. So brand campaign test with that ad group here, $1. It's going to have the keywords here, and I go over to ads over here, and I need to remove this filter. That's my fault. Okay. So remove the filter, and there's my ad there, but you can add extra ads here too, which is awesome. Now, once you have that set up, then the next thing here is going to be, you're going to run them for $1, but you're probably not even going to need to spend $1. I put in $1 to start with, but watch your average cost per click. So when you go to modify columns, performance, average CPC, you'll find it right there. And here it is in my columns. So watch how much you're spending and watch your search terms report over here. So this is what's going to actually show. And let me go over to our actual brand campaign for this client here. So see, this is what actually ends up showing. So they have all these Sims Direct reviews. So maybe you want to create a new keyword, go back to the keywords, create a new keyword that says Sims Direct reviews, maybe even make a new ad group and have ads targeted towards people searching for reviews for your store. And you can send them to a reviews page, huge discount code. Maybe you have some discount codes. You might even have a discount code page on your website. What I'm doing here, and this is direct Sims, that might not be as relevant. That's a broad match. So that picked up through, we had a broad match keyword there. But you see here, we can go through and see, okay, maybe there are some keywords here that we can actually add as negative keywords, or maybe we can direct these people to a better landing page. And this is all part of the optimization and continually to improve your brand, your website, and the whole buying experience. Anyway, guys, that's how you set up your brand campaigns there. Let them run. Keep in mind that they're going to be bottom of the funnel. And you'll find that when you go into your attribution report here, so settings and then attribution, you'll find here, it's going to tell us on average how many people, like how many ads people click before they convert. Now, this is only showing the last 7 days. Let me go all time. Awesome. So you see 41% of people had at least 2 ad interactions before conversion. So that's huge. And so I generally see that the stronger the brand, the higher this amount. If yours is really low, it means that firstly, you may not have remarketing set up. You may only have one shopping campaign set up or one search campaign. If you have a branding campaign, this increases this a lot. That's not necessarily an advantage in itself, but this tells us, shows us that people come back, and you see here, this one here, people are coming back and assisting. They're coming back to convert again after seeing our initial ads. And so that's all part of the branding campaign, plays a role in that. And some people say, the branding campaign, I don't need it because I've got organic. Well, we run competitor campaigns for all our clients, and generally they break even or they're profitable. So if we can bid on someone else's keywords, like if someone else can bid on Sims Direct and they can be profitable, then they're going to be stealing customers. So we might as well run our own ads that are really, really cheap to make sure that we keep as many of those customers as possible. Anyway, guys, so that's a bit of a long video, long explanation, but that's how we run brand campaigns really, really easily. Go through the process, do it for your own store, and then watch the results, because even though you may follow that setup of the keyword strategy that I showed you just now and the ads, watch the search term support and see to make sure that you're getting the search queries for your brand and they're relevant, and it should be converting profitably. You'll see here the return, like it's got a ROAS of 60. Like that's just kind of crazy. And that's because the brand is strong, people are coming through, they're going to convert anyway, so it's so cheap for us to make sure we keep these customers, $1 per customer. It's so cheap, we might as well do it. Average CPC here is 23 cents, so I put in $1. What I'll probably do is reduce that over time, depending on what the market has. What the competition, like basically Google's going to use your quality score and your max CPC to figure out how, that's a whole other thing anyway. I won't go into that right now, but basically, yeah, I would reduce that depending on how much you can reduce that and still get the traffic. Anyway, guys, that's it. Hope that helped.
Okay guys, that's the setup, but why do we actually use these campaigns? And I get asked this all the time. The common question is, Sam, why should I set up paid campaigns to target my brand if I'm going to show up in position 1 for the organic, the free listings? Why should I pay for these clicks? I get it for free. Well, there are a few reasons, but here's the biggest one. Have you ever ran a competitor campaign? This is a campaign, it's different from a brand campaign, but it's a campaign where you bid on your competitor's brand. So you get all your competitors, put them in the campaign, and you try and get the people searching for their brand onto your website to convert. So usually with all my stores and clients, we find that these campaigns, when set up properly, do convert. We do steal customers from the competition, and generally we break even and often make a little bit of profit. Now, the reason why these work, guys, is that even though that customer from the competitor is looking for the competitor, they still have a chance of converting on your store. So we can run these campaigns and steal them, even if they're right at the bottom of the funnel and they're looking for someone else. Maybe your website is just better, your brand is better, you've got more reviews, the products are better, and you just speak directly to those customers in a better way than your competitors. The point is, these campaigns work, and someone else could be bidding on your brand name and be stealing your customers too. And so maybe you can see now the logic is that if you don't bid on your own brand name, then someone else will, and that's going to show above the organic results. So someone else could really come in and steal some of your customers. And keep in mind, guys, because it's your brand name, if you bid on that keyword, you're gonna pay nothing for those clicks. It's gonna be 20 cents or less. It's gonna be very, very cheap. The reason is because you're going to have a 9 or 10 quality score for that keyword, because your landing page is your brand homepage. It's exactly the brand. The keyword is exactly what people are searching with and what your landing page is, and your ad copy is going to be super, super relevant. It all lines up and you're going to get a really high quality score. This is going to result in you almost always showing for that top position and having a really cheap click, much cheaper than your competitors, what they would be paying for your brand name as a keyword. So really guys, you might as well bid on your own brand and make sure that you keep those customers on your site and converting through your funnel than letting your competitors take them, because you're going to be more profitable that way. So really guys, it's a no-brainer. Also keep in mind guys, that a lot of your customers, especially if you have a stronger brand, it takes a couple of months to get to that point, they're going to come through on a regular campaign like a search or shopping campaign, or even through Facebook ads, and they're gonna not purchase right away. A lot of these customers, they're going to wait. Maybe they're on public transport, they don't have their credit card really easy to put into their phone. Maybe they're gonna come back the next day, search again for your brand, and then convert. You've already spent that money on that paid traffic, and all they need is one last click on the brand campaign to get into your store and convert. So you might as well spend that money to get them through your funnel and to convert on your store.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you two really quick things that are going to help your brand campaigns. I'm in a Google Ads account right now, and I'm going to go up to Tools and Settings and go to Conversions. We're going to check out your conversion tracking here. So in your account, go here, click on your search, your conversion tracking method here, and you want to check out the attribution model here. It says time decay for mine, for this account at least. And we will use anything from position-based, time decay, or linear. Don't use last click. I repeat, do not use last click. And here's the reason why, especially when you have brand campaigns. If you use the last click attribution model, then that means that whatever ad the person clicked last is going to receive the conversion data right here. So if someone goes through your shopping campaign, sees the product, doesn't buy, but they come back the next day and they search for your brand because they saw your brand and they remember, oh, I'm going to go search for that brand. They then convert. It's going to show 1 here and 0 here, even though this still cost you money. You're still going to have the payment, the cost for both these campaigns, but the conversion is only going to show in the brand. And what's the problem with that? Well, you're going to think, oh, my brand campaign is so successful, my shopping campaign isn't. The problem is, well, that shopping campaign was crucial for getting that person into your funnel and to even knowing what your brand is. So that's why you need to make sure you change that in conversions to a non-last click attribution model. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys is the actual attribution data. So same thing, tools and settings, go down to the attribution report here. This is going to be really, really interesting, and it's going to differ depending on your brand and how strong your brand is here. This brand is a very strong brand, very successful, and it says here 35% of your conversion journeys had at least 2 ad interactions before conversion. What this means is that 35% of conversions, people saw or clicked more than 1 ad before they converted. And that's because this account, you can see in the brand campaign, it gets so many conversions, or a big proportion of the conversions, because people go visit the website, they're not ready to buy, and so they remember the brand and they come back later. And this is why that brand campaign is important, because you want to make sure when those people come back and your competitors, they bid on your brand name, that you're bidding there too, and you get that click. It's really important, guys. I wanted to show you that. That's going to change over time. Maybe it's a fresh account, or maybe if you don't have a strong brand, that's not going to be up in the 30-40% mark, which is what I see for very successful and strong brands. If yours is much lower, that's okay. You just need to, maybe your customers, they don't click multiple ads. Maybe they click that first ad and then they convert straight away. Or maybe they don't actually come back. Maybe you're only getting those first conversions. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. So potentially you can increase the height of your funnel. So adding remarketing, adding branding campaigns, maybe other search queries that are deeper in the funnel, maybe even search queries that are more top of funnel sort of search queries. Anyway, guys, that's a bit to think about. Check it out for your own campaigns, your own account. Hope that helps.
Okay, guys, so that's how you set up your brand campaigns and why they're so important for your Google Ads account, for your e-commerce store. If you have any questions or any feedback at all, guys, please leave them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Even if this video was helpful, just say, hey, Sam, great vid. Here's a suggestion for what I'd love to see next time. And guys, if you haven't subscribed yet or checked out my channel, I recommend doing both those things if you want to keep growing your e-commerce store. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.